Hello everyone, welcome to the video. My name is Cosolix and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play against Axe. This is one of the most common Brawlhalla misconceptions, you could say, in low tier gameplay. Axe is probably the most annoying weapon in the game from majority of people, and a lot of people struggle against playing against Axe because of many reasons, which I'm going to list. But before you watch this video, make sure you hit that subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, turn the notification bell on if you want to do that and see my most recent videos when they get posted. 5 p.m. basically every day except Sunday. And make sure you join the Discord, link is down below. Anyways, I'm going to teach you how to play against Axe. So the first thing about Axe, which is the most common move, is Sidelight. And one thing about Axe moves is they're all very slow. So if you miss with Axe, there's so many recovery frames and active frames and startup, most in the game. So Axe Sidelight is definitely one of the more fast moves based on the hitbox output. So I'm gonna turn on hitboxes and everything so you can see what I mean. So Sidelight, you can actually measure the startup from the start. So that's the start of the animation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13. So 13 startup, and it's got a lot of active, and it's got a lot of height to it. A lot of these hitboxes kind of look weird, but it's kind of like a swing, so I guess it's fine. Maybe less active frames. Anyways, so it picks up a really high chunk, so you're gonna want to avoid that. And it's got a lot of recovery frames. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So the easiest way to really punish this is what a lot of people do by mistake is they're gonna dash jump Axe Sidelight. And when you actually go to Axe Sidelight and you look at the height, so we're gonna measure that chain right here is the height of it. When you do a dash jump, if you do it towards it, your hurt box is it's actually always gonna be able to get hit by a Sidelight if you dash jump. So the only way to punish it from the air is you need to do an actual vertical jump. You can see how much higher I go compared to a dash jump. So if you do want to punish it from the air, then make sure you get above it and then punish with something like a dare if you're on sword. Dare on spear will also work. Or if your weapon is like lance, where it's got some more horizontal momentum, then either get on the other side of it without dash jumping. So I wouldn't say go through it, but if you can get on the other side somehow and then land a Sidelight or a Sarah, that's really good. Or if you can wait it out and then a dash Sidelight just for those last hitboxes, because right when those active frames end, there's so much time for you to land a dash Sidelight. But Axe Sidelight has actually a lot of range from the beginning hurt box, which is all the way, it's actually all the way back here. So if you want to actually see the distance, but it's right behind this thing. So you can really see how far it's actually moving. Instead of being stationary, you move kind of forward. So make sure you stay far enough away, like a dash jump Sidelight, or you stay far enough and then dash in Sidelight. That's a very good punishing option. And the best way to beat Axe is honestly to wait it out. By waiting it out, I don't mean by running. Running can make the games really annoying. It can work, but it's not good practice. The best way is putting pressure, just so they think that they can hit you, but they can't actually. For example, I might be right here and it's like, oh, I can hit that Frax. I try and do it, but I'm missing right here. It's bad spacing. and you're going to play people who are actually bad at spacing up until mid-diamond, maybe high diamond even. So if you can put that constant pressure and be in this little zone where it's like, I think I can hit you, but I really can't, but they don't know it, then you can punish very easily. It's optimal punishing position. If you watch Noel's gameplay, he's perfect at doing that. So make sure you're in that sweet zone. Next, moves like Endlight kind of work the same way. A lot of horizontal momentum. You can punish it very easily by dash jumping over it. So if you actually look at the hitbox height, it only goes up to here, which is just below like the bolt. But if I get the top part of my dash jump, I'm all the way almost the map kind of changed actually, but like you can kind of tell the difference. That's like, it's not going to work for that, but for that it definitely will. So you can dash jump over Endlight, but you can't dash jump over side light. So that's a very common misconception. So if you want to punish by quickly dash jump there, it's not going to work against Axe side light, but it will work against Endlight. So I can definitely recommend dash jumps there. If they D-light, just go horizontally with like lance or D-light on sword. It's honestly your best option. Sword side light is also a really good punish option if you need that horizontal range. And other weapons like scythe D-light, cannon Sair, cannon D-light even, a dash D-light obviously. Those horizontal moves that are often combo starters are the best way to punish moves on Axe if they're grounded. When Axe is aerial and you see down air, honestly there's not much you can do other than hope they miss, so kind of trying to avoid the situation. So if you're on the ground a lot, always be moving, because it's very easy for them to just get a down air into D-light. Like you might be able to dodge it, but it's kind of hard. Next is falling Sairs. If that happens, I would say try and dodge and get out of the way rather than out prioritizing it. It's got a lot of priority, and it's kind of a weird side air. It's very slow, but these hitboxes have actually a lot of range relative to the body, and it goes above the hurt box. So you can find a massive amount of priority, and it has a lot of kill potential, but it's very slow. So as long as you can wait it out almost, it's gonna work. Most Axe players will use a ton of attacks, so if you can get in that sweet spot, then you're golden. Recovery is the same. You're often gonna see recovery when they try and recover and after side light nair follow-ups. So honestly, again, just wait it out. If you're on stage like right here, they can't actually use the recovery to hit you, but like you can hit them like with a follow-up dash jump or a side light or anything on Axe or any like weapon with combo starters. I think that's the best way to punish it. You'll see players often use a recovery trying to get back on stage, but again, it's got a lot of recovery frames, so there's a lot of time for you to punish it. So definitely practice your punishing, and if you're missing that time, that means you're not going fast enough or you're not making it there in time. So make sure you practice that, because that is the key of beating Axe consistently. So the next thing is side light nair. This is definitely one of the best combos in the game. It is consistent, I'm pretty sure at not every health range, obviously, but I think it's consistent until like, let me see, that's 3 dodge frames. Like that's 1 dodge frame right there. Like that's true. It's consistent basically at every health. It gets a bit harder to hit later, but it's still true. So honestly, your best way of avoiding it is to make sure you change your dodge pattern, because for example, if the dodge reaction is neutral, oops, that was dumb of me. So if the dodge reaction is just a spot dodge, then a ground pound will pick it up very easily. So there's a lot of dodge reads on Axe, and if you spot dodge, try dodging up after, because that will sadly also get picked up by ground pound, which is insanely busted in my opinion, but whatever. Let's try to the right. See, So to the right, that's actually not going to hit whatsoever. So by the time they learn that you're dodging to the right, they might use like a recovery or like a Sair, because that will often happen. Oops. So honestly, dodging to the right is definitely pretty safe. But like once they learn that, then you're definitely going to want to dodge in different directions, right? Because if you're always dodging in the same direction, it's very easy for them to read the dodge by basically going default ground pound, and depending on if you can get out of it, follow up in that way. So if you're using to the right to get out of it, if like I'm like this, like if you're always dodging inside to get out of it, then you might see a dodge read doing that, right? So for example, if it's upright, nope. So if you're playing Axe, I would be using ground pound follow-ups very confidently or consistently, because it picks up a lot of dodge reads with a lot of active frame, especially at low health. Another thing is like sig reads, like if that's like a spot dodge even, it's gonna catch it. So honestly, when you're being picked up with Axe side light nair, you're gonna want to change your dodge patterns and make sure you're always able to get out the most basic dodges. If you're always dodging up, then a recovery can literally kill you at like 110 damage on some maps. So you're gonna want to make sure you're dodging in the right way. Like I can maybe kill you. Let me see. Yeah, I think it kills at 80. Wait. Yeah, so honestly, you can kill very easily, so make sure you're watching your dodge patterns. If you're dodging down, then it's actually pretty easy for them to pick up signatures, especially on Bryn. You'll see end sigs on like Ragnar and Bryn, and that also picks up dodges down and that. So you're gonna want to really be careful on which way you're dodging. If they read the dodge the first time, make sure you're always changing the direction after side light nair. And it's the same thing with things like Lance side light dare, where you got these follow-up moves that take out every single dodge option except for one or two. Like ground pound will do that, and recovery will take out like any dodge option that's vertical. So you're honestly gonna have to really make sure you're changing it and they can't read it. It's something you have to focus on, and it's very difficult to get out of. So that's kind of all I can say. Just make sure you're dodging in different ways, and make sure you're dodging in efficient ways, so you know you're going to be able to get out of it for the first time, or you have a higher chance of getting out of it. Like if you're dodging diagonally right at first, I can't pick up the ground pound, which is good for you. So yeah, side light nair, ground pound, that's a big thing. Other than that, Axe is just a mind game. You really have to wait it out, and you have to be in a position where they can't hit you. Like here, Axe side light isn't gonna hit, except there. I moved a bit forward. Okay, that was kind of weird, but yeah. Here it's not gonna hit, so the Rax could side light me. You can see where my hurt box is, and it's just a matter of spacing, knowing, hey, I could backdash, dash back in, right, and quickly get a punish. So it's really just punishing and putting pressure on Axe constantly, and making sure that they are using attacks that miss, and you should be able to punish it. Sometimes moves like side air are actually spot dodgeable, because a dodge only has, is it 2 startup? 1, 2, 3, 4. I assume it's like 3 or something. I actually don't know the number. But the startup for Sair is actually really high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 16. So, like, if you can get a dodge started in that 16, or you can project that he's about to use a Sair, a quick spot dodge into a punish can work. But you shouldn't be relying on that too much. I definitely don't. Your best way is just making them miss and punishing. I hope you learned something from this video. If you're in the Axe main or you hate playing against it, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all later. Take care. Goodbye.
But so what if I drank too much? This ain't love, it's just a firefight. And even if it's not enough, I'll say it once, I swear I never lie. But this is the last time.